buckle your seatbelts, close the door, grab a drink because Sonny the Songfather Grosso is about to rant. You've been warned, and now, here's Sonny.
Oh, thank you. Very nice of you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. You guys are so nice. It's unbelievable. And all my female friends out there. Oh, yeah. I've heard that before. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sonny the Songfather Grosso's podcast, number, who the hell knows, on this first day of December. That's right, it's here. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. And at least up here, well, today ain't too bad. I mean, for the first day of December, officially winter now, I guess, meteorologically. How'd you like that word? That's right. I'm up to the M's in the dictionary. But 51 degrees today up here on the island of Long and beautiful downtown Merrick, and that ain't so bad. It's also 51 degrees down in Florida, which I will be in a few days. But like I said yesterday, the 10-day looks good. Mid-70s. Not what you're looking for when you go down there. I mean, you know, you're looking for the 80s. Mid-80s, not too hot, not too cold, but beggars can't be choosers. Well, it's not exactly begging, but, all right, borrowers can't be choosers. But, yeah, I thank my son for arranging everything to get down there, and I need it, and I can't wait to get out of here. I just put a vacuum to my ears and suck all the shit out of my head and just relax and enjoy myself. That's it. That's the plan. And if I get some company, that would be nice too. But we see what happens. But anyway, so we got a lot to talk about today besides the weather. I find myself watching the news less and less when the weather guy comes on. I just change the channel because I just want to punch the TV, and I'm getting too old. Plus, my CRPS is so freaking out of control. I was up probably a good 4 hours last night. I took 3 leaves, didn't help. I guess it's because it's the change in the barometric pressure. I don't know what does it, but wow, what pain. What pain in both my hands and my right foot. It was like unbelievable. And, there's no cure, so that's it forever. And, I got medicine that it takes the edge off, and that's about all we can do. And you got good days and bad days, like with everything. There's certainly people going through a lot worse than I am, but, it's good to complain once in a while. I mean, that, and then, still dealing with the prostate cancer, which, what's today, Tuesday? Thursday, I go see my guy, and we start making preliminary plans, because then the big 6-month review is January 27th, I think is the date, and then we see how the numbers are. But I'm going to make him do a CBC, which means complete blood count. You're welcome. And we'll see what happens, Getting a Snapchat from Bree. No. Excuse me, won't you? Thank you. Very nice. Very nice that she shares her day with me. Makes me feel good. But, we're on our way to San Jose. And took Lucky for a little walk. My sister Donna walked him. I ran to the store for something. Saw him walking down the street, made him get in the car, and drove home. And we get out of the car, and he won't go in the house. It's only starting to do that now. And I've seen so many videos of Huskies doing that. But I was like, wow, we're lucky because, I've never, Lucky don't do that. Well, he does now. No, I ain't going in the house. And he pulls, he puts his ass on the ground, and, he hasn't gotten to the other point where I see in the videos where they just lay on the ground. And you either got to drag them or pick them up. But what the hell? So we went for a walk for about 10, 15 minutes, and he was happy as hell. It's his kind of weather right now. It's nice and raw and chilly, and we forget. We forget he's a dog, for Christ's sake. He's a human. He's a member of the family, and if you get a dog for any other reason, please do yourself a favor and just, throw yourself off the roof or something, because that's ridiculous. And so they do become members of the family, and they do have personalities, and they are smart, and they learn, and they teach. Certainly he taught me. Hey, yo, pal, we ain't going in the house. You hear me? Yeah, okay, Lucky, you're right. You're the boss. I know, Tino. You're well behaved. I can leave Tino. For those that don't know, Tino's the Wonder Bird, my Finch, and I can leave the door open to the cage. I can leave it open for a month straight, and he won't go out. Sometimes he'll just kind of jump over to it and just kind of peek out, but he keeps himself busy all day long, and always reacts when I come into the room, and he yells at me if I forget to change the water. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. And people that used to watch my Facebook show, which one of these days I got to get back to, they'll tell you, because they get to see it firsthand. And then I'll turn and talk to him, and then he jumps back and forth, and he talks to me, and I don't know if you can hear that banging. That's him smashing his beak into the ground. What he's doing in his mind, I have no idea. He's trying to plan an escape. I don't know. But you hear that? He's sending out Morse code signals to the crows outside. Tino. Oh, you're sharpening your beak. Oh, I see. Okay, good enough. So anyway, yeah, so here we are, first day of December, and, Christmas is just a tick-tock away. And I hope these idiots, and I should stop from saying that, because that's not positive either, to keep saying that. It's just that enough is enough, and then the guinea comes out in me, It's like, enough already. They're talking about lockdowns for Christmas and New Year's now. First it was curfews and, knocking back the accepted amount of recipients to parties, and now they're coming out and saying, or not parties, I mean restaurants and outdoor activities. And now they're saying that probably 90%, and again, I'm not taking sides on either side. I just call it the way it is. And when Trump used to say that, be smart. If you're going to have your family over, have your good times and everything else, but be smart and wear your mask and blah, blah, blah. And they jumped all over him, Well, then you're saying everything else is okay. The whole world and the country's in a turmoil, blah, 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 blah. Now they're coming out and saying probably over 90% of the spreading of the coronavirus is due to private gatherings. Really? Wow, that's good news. That's important news. I mean, it just that's what I mean when I say morons, jerks, assholes, And so now they're talking about maybe just do a major lockdown, and we got to stand up and fight. And I ain't talking about like some people stood up to get noticed and smashed windows and burned police cars and beat people up and all that. I'm talking about that, but stand up and fight. Like that movie Network. I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore. That's what we got to say, in a peaceful way. But we are the people of the United States. They work for us. We always seem to forget that because they make us forget that. We can go on record and we can say, I want this, I want that. You're right, we're going to get that for you. Then when they get in the office, they go, screw you. All right? Yeah, now we're going to do it my way. And their way really has nothing to do with us. It has to do with pockets, lining the pockets. Lobbyists. They used to call them lobbyists. What a nice way to say political whores, because that's what they were. Or I'll tell you what, you do this and I'll do that, and I do this and you do this. Everything's under the table behind closed doors. Anyway, let's. I'm not saying break the law. I'm not saying be overly dramatic in how we want to get the point across, but get the point across. There's phone calls, there's letters you can write. I mean, they do pay attention to that because they are that narcissistic. They got to, wait a minute, what? My approval rating is only like 8%. That's not good. What? Oh, we got to do something about that. All right, what are all the complaints about? Blah, 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 blah. All right, take care of the first two blah, blahs, and we'll worry about the other two later, but let's get that approval rating up. And then everybody breathes, they listen to us. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're good now. So anyway, as I do every year, as it gets closer, and I'll play a couple of my parodies, not today, but I start tracking. I like to sit on my phone and shop, not buy, just shop. And right about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I start going, and I go to these different sites, and that would be nice to have if I had the money. That would be nice, this and that. And once again, and especially more than ever this year, because of the pandemic, most people are shopping from their computer or from their phone. So they don't want to go out. They don't want to take the chance. They don't want the mall and banging into people and taking a chance to be in room for the holidays. So I get all that. And it's probably a smart way to go. And I've been buying off the phone forever. And my family can tell you I used to do all my Christmas shopping the 23rd of December or the 22nd. That's the truth. And because why? Well, I'll tell you why. Then you don't have to think about it or change your mind. You go out, boom, 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 and it's done. Hey, Lucky's up here. Hiya, Lucky. Took a nice nap? You feel better? Yeah? Good boy. He's a good dog. Because after we got done with the walk, then we went outside in the backyard, and he ran around. Like, if you could put all the bursts of energy that he had while he was running, he would have ran from here probably to Arizona. Yes, hello. Good dog. What? Oh, big stretches, too, huh? Nice. All right. You had a good nap? Yeah? Is that a soup bone in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me? Are you ignoring me? Are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? Huh? Can't you see I'm doing the show? Huh? You're just going to sit there and stare at the ground? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Did you say hello to Tino? Did you say hello to Tino? Oh, am I boring you? These Huskies are the best, I'm telling you. They make you. They make you jump. They make you buy. No, you're not getting another bone. No. Later, maybe later. Okay? No, there's nothing here. Attaboy. Don't be a beggar. Anyway, sorry for that intrusion. Not really, but okay. So, companies like Wayfair, K Jewelers, the prices of there's no bargains out there. It's unbelievable. Overstock. Although Overstock has been a violator of that because it's no longer Overstock. It was a nice name when it first came out. And it's not that way now. They're overpriced on everything. It's simply amazing. And then K Jewelers, because every kiss begins with K, used to always be very well priced, especially during the holidays. I mean, I know I used to spend a lot of time in there, and I used to, be amazed about, how do you do that? And they say, well, we try to make our margins most of the year, but then come the holidays, we just drop our prices and then we make it up in volume. Excellent way of thinking of doing business. Now, Jared, who was like and Zales, both of them, who used to be the get the frig out of here pricing platforms for jewelry, are now have unbelievable. I mean, here, let me add this to it. Go on Walmart.com and check out their jewelry and check out the prices they're getting. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're selling Movado watches for $600. It's Walmart. Men are going in there in pantyhose and push-up bras, but they can buy a Movado watch for $600. What kind of a deal is that? That's the normal price, all year long. Of course, some of them are more expensive, but the average Movado watch is about $500. $495, excuse me, and they're getting $500, $600, $700 in Walmart. What? So definitely Jared and Zales. Zales was an unbelievable blessed surprise this year. You start looking at those prices. So, and nobody's paying me to say that, too bad. But if you're looking to get some nice jewelry for your mom, your sisters, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever. And there again, I just did the same thing because we get brainwashed. Like Valentine's Day is only for the women. Bullshit. And the same thing here. You're buying jewelry? Bullshit. It's for the men, too. Okay, good. I got that out of my system. But if that's the case, go to Zales and check them out. Check out their website, the prices that they had. And not just Black Friday prices and then Cyber Monday prices. They're smart enough to understand. People aren't leaving the house. Some people don't have a lot of money anymore, not even, enough. Let's say they don't have enough, to get by. So Christmas shopping, you would think, is at an all-time low, and it's at an all-time high, especially online and, through the phones and the laptops. It's unbelievable. But, check them out. And then don't fall into those traps. And for fun, do what I do, As the holidays are coming up, like the next big one would be, say, Valentine's Day, okay? Start tracking the prices of a dozen roses about 3 weeks before or a month before Valentine's Day. And then go to 800 flowers and watch how the prices slowly creep up a little bit. You don't miss it. You don't notice it until it's done. And if you're like most of us, especially men, I got to be honest, when's Valentine's Day? Oh, shit. It's the same day every year. It's February 14th, but most men, just aren't on tune. But then you're like, oh, man, I got to order roses. All right, boom. And you pay whatever it is. So you don't get in trouble. I just say it that way. But you could do it with that day, too, and then watch the prices of the jewelry then. Jewelry on Valentine's Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Mother's Day, the biggest days for buying jewelry. Always. So check it out. And flowers. You got to check it out. And, so like I said, it's only a few weeks away from... Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even see it glow. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let Paul Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one fine Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, don't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudy the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
oh yeah,
had a very shiny nose.
You should have seen this thing.
And if you ever saw it,
motto,
you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Those dirty rotten sons.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudy, with your nose so bright, come on, guide my sleigh tonight. Then all the reindeer loved him, yeah, as they shouted out with glee, Rudy the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph, 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 Rudolph.
Rudolph.
I said Rudolph. True story. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it started already, you know that, the day before on some stations, but definitely the day after Thanksgiving. 24-hour Christmas music, which is cool. Some of them started, got to be honest, some stations started in October, or right in the beginning of November, and I'm not even going to complain about it this year because it was done in an effort to kick that spirit into high gear because, living in the dark clouds, and so I get it. But so there you go. The Songfather singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And they say it's a true story. I don't know. And you know what I did yesterday? Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I watched The Grinch, but the Jim Carrey version of it. And he was amazing. But they all were. And Ron Howard's brother had a very big part in it. And he always sticks his brother in there. And but so I'm watching it. And it was good, and just the physical antics of this maniac it was amazing. But so there's one part where they're celebrating the Who in Whoville, and the band is playing, and there's a person in it. It looks like it's directing the orchestra, and then the Grinch is coming into town. Everybody's scared, and he turns around. And it was Ron Howard. And I said, that's got to be Ron Howard. And I researched the hell out of it till I found out. And I said, oh, it was him. Good one, Ron. I like that. Little Alfred Hitchcock thinking, And, it's amazing how he went from Opie to Richie Cunningham. Did a couple of movies and then always wanted to be behind the scenes and jumped behind it and has made such a mega career out of himself. And right now, we're all hurting. We're all hurting on Netflix. I don't know about what you guys watch, but Dead to Me, still waiting. You got to wait until 2021. We finished up The Undoing, that miniseries I was telling you about on HBO, with produced by and starring Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant and Donald. What the hell is his name? Oh my God. It'll come to me. But it was an unbelievable movie to a beautiful, unbelievable, gut-twisting, colon-wrenching climax. And last show should have been 2 hours and stretched it out a little bit more, but it was really good. Donald Sutherland. I told you I get it. It was very, very done, well acted, unbelievable directed on the whole thing. It was amazing. It was amazing. All filmed in New York. And so if you didn't watch it, like my son, Sonny and Amber, they didn't watch it because when I told them about it, it was already halfway through. And since it was only a 6-week miniseries, they said they're going to wait and then binge it and just watch it right through. And I said, all right, that's a smart way to do it. And unfortunately, I can do that with a lot of movies, like Kill the Irishman. I must have seen that in the last couple of months. I'm not even lying, 20 times. I could just watch it over and over again. That's how good it was, Hey, look who's back. What are you doing back? Now you're coming up on the table? What are you looking for? Lucky's back. He's up on the table. There he is. I see you. Yeah, you're on the table. How could I not see you? Yeah, all right, relax. But you didn't say hi to Tino yet. Okay, look out the window. Good boy. But even though you know what's going to happen in those movies, it's okay. But when it's a suspenseful one like this, with so many plot twists and turns, every week you're convinced, oh, she did it. Oh, he did it. Oh, they did it. Once all those twists and turns are presented, it's kind of hard to enjoy it the way you did the first time. So, but yeah, check it out. Check it out. We got to check it out. Uh-oh. Lucky's giving me a side look. What do you want me to do? Huskies are supposed to talk. Come on over. I'll give you a microphone. Ow, 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 ow. No, huh? I wish I had the video going. You would not believe this dog. But so anyway, yeah, check it out. And all the negative, ridiculous comments that are flying in and out about the Tyson-Jones fight. What did you expect? First of all, it was an exhibition fight. It was 2-minute rounds, only 8 rounds in the fight. And, I am glad, first of all, 54 and 51 years old, getting in the ring like that. Mike Tyson lost over 100 pounds just to get in shape for this fight. But, I had a hard time staying awake. And not because the fight was boring, it's because, let alone they're in the ring punching each other and everything. And Roy Jones did his usual that he did his whole career. Like Mayweather copies him, even though he says he didn't. He's full of shit. Get in 1, 2, boom, 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 and then skate away. And then coming in and holding arms and tying everybody up. It's semi-legal to do that in boxing. It's up to the referee to get in the middle and say, whoa, come on, slap the arms and put them down, which this ref didn't do too often. So it was very hard for Tyson to get in and, throw his devastating uppercuts when his arms are being tied up. But to watch two 50-year-old men go 8 rounds, dancing around the ring and fighting each other and everything else, it was entertaining. It was good to see. I think Mike needed it. And when they were asking him, did it hurt or did you go in looking to come off with a title? He goes, well, we didn't do it for that. We didn't even do it for the money. We did it for charity. That was the reason. We did it to raise money. They're like, oh yeah, okay. We're being humanitarians. And he's right. That's what they're doing it for. So if you didn't see it, it's all over the place. And I can't remember the guy's name. Something Chavez on TikTok, who paid for the pay-per-view event. It was like $50-something, and streamed it live for everybody, who caught it on his thing. Streamed it live to sit back and watch. So there was, last count that I saw, there was 5,400 people were watching it live thanks to this guy. So thank you, Mr. Chavez. That was cool. Wasn't planning on it. Certainly wasn't going to spend the money. Even if I had it, I wouldn't spend the money. It's ridiculous. But I know you're looking at me, right, Lucky? You're saying, who the hell is he talking to? He's looking at me like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to, you maniac? So it was good. So add YouTube to my list of people that I hate now, because I just realized I was cleaning up my YouTube account, and they blocked several videos. Totally blocked it in every country in the world, because I played a couple of songs on it, and I sang a song or something like that on it. And I said, isn't that nice? You hear that? That means it's true. It's an old Italian thing. If you're telling a story and a bell goes off, that means it's a true story. My stories are all true. But, what was I saying? So YouTube blocked in all countries. So I told them, look, I'm an employee, principal on-air talent at WBXO Radio. Everything, all the licenses and everything else is paid, and we're allowed to broadcast. And so now you got to wait for them to render a decision. And it's gone too far, like most people do. It's gone too far that you're stepping in and stepping on the people that bought your records, downloaded your songs or whatever, paid X amount of dollars, sometimes ridiculous numbers, to go see you in concert and everything else. The general public, which is what we are. You're trying to tell me that if I'm doing it, and it's the podcasts, and you're telling me because I played, it was yesterday's show, Hush, and what was the other one? Billy Joel, the Italian restaurant, scenes from an Italian restaurant. You don't have permission to do that, and it says regardless of if you were earning money on it or not, it's a violation of copyright infringement. Oh, stop. I told the story on WBXO a couple of months ago. I have a friend of mine that wanted to do a podcast every day. Nothing big. He's not looking to become a worldwide podcaster, but he was just doing it for some friends. So we'd go on and talk about sports, and him and a couple of his friends are very big into the WWE and all that, blah, blah, blah. And, I don't know, knockdown, blackdown, I don't know, whatever it's called, smackdown. And, then he'd rant off a little bit. And so one day he's there and he's talking, and the radio happened to be on very low behind him because he goes out in his car. I said, call it the Ryan CarCast. Oh, man, that's great, Sonny. Yeah, I love that. Thank you. And I sent him a thing, and they blocked him on Facebook for copyright infringement. And he's like, I don't understand. You're allowed, thank God, at least to give you a venue to go and appeal. And he says, I don't understand. How could I be accused of copyright infringement when these are my own feelings? This is what I feel. This is my expertise in saying how good this show was or that show was, or the Yankees or the Mets or baseball or NFL or hockey or whatever. And then they answered him back saying, no, that we heard songs playing in the background that you're not allowed to play. I'm like, wow, you people have gone way too far. And where YouTube used to be very generous about it, obviously they're not either. So, again, somebody needs to stand up. So I'm going to organize it and get everybody that does things like this. I remember when I first came on Facebook, and it was to promote my book, The Butterfly and the Dinosaur. That was really the only reason. And then I hooked up with so many people I hadn't seen in such a long time. I said, you know what? This Facebook isn't bad. I thought it was just for cheaters and assholes. And they're still out there, don't get me wrong. But so Friday nights I started downloading songs off YouTube and playing it. So I was the Friday night DJ. And before you know it, I was up to 400, 500 people that were following me and coming in every week and making requests. And, that was the pre-birth stage to the Songfather logo. There was never a problem. Never got in trouble. Nobody ever said anything. Facebook never came in and said, who are you to play these songs? And they knew it was just strictly for entertainment, for socializing, because are you crazy or not? It's supposed to be a social network. I guess, no more. There's really nothing social about it anymore. How many people are going to jail, Facebook jail, for stupid stuff? I mean, it's unbelievable. A friend of mine today got blocked for 30 days. I think it was 30 days, might have been 15, because he was liking too many things. You were liking them. You're liking too many things too fast. He goes, what do you mean? And they said, well, just to make sure that, your account hasn't been hacked and it's not being misused. Attaboy. Well, ask me. Listen, we noticed some unusual activity, a lot of liking going on. Was that you? Yes, it was me. Oh, okay. And then you say, hey, thank you, Facebook, for looking out for me. Not this way. Boom. Automatically banned. That's it. Attaboy. Yeah, it's a boy. Yeah. That a good dog. Sorry. It's fun when he comes up here. I like that. So, anyway, my website is doing well, which is very nice. The company that puts it all together, well, I did everything myself, but they give you the platform to add to it and do it. Sends me a nice thing today saying, your website is only 3 days old, and you're doing wonderful. You already had over 150 visitors, and keep up the good work, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. That was nice. It was a nice little pop in the head. But if you guys could just... I put another page on today, comments. So you could send comments to me, suggestions, whatever it is. You want to throw me some compliments. Don't send me any nudes, though, if you're a guy. But, yeah, so, and then they'll send that to me, which is pretty cool. And I got an email now, info@thesongfather.com. So, it's all going on good. But, yeah, visit as often as you can. I try to add some new content every day or every other day, new songs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And visit and share it. Tell all your friends about it. And who knows? Let's see. If I could figure out a way, and I'm very close, where I could start doing my live Corona concerts. The only problem is I got 5,000 quote-unquote friends on Facebook. I got another 15,000 following me on my regular page, and then there's another 5,000 or 6,000 on the other pages. Whoa! Thank you. You never know when this crowd is going to pop in. All right, take it easy. But if I leave that and try to do what do you call it? The concerts right off my new website, well, then I lose all those people until I get them all to be going to my thing. I know it's just easy. You're on Facebook, and then you get a notification. Songfather was doing a concert on this date and that date, and so it's just easy to turn on. So I'll have to figure out where it makes sense first. But if I can get away from these assholes until they realize, again, they're just as stupid as the politicians. If they realize that it's us that are keeping you going, Yeah, the sponsors and all these different vendors are paying you to advertise. You never asked our permission, and you don't have to because you own it. I understand that too. But so you're making your money, but we're the ones that will be buying. If Channel 2 is advertising every day and their viewership is going down, well, they're going to pull their ads. So we're the ones that keep it going. We're the ones that are putting the money in your pocket, even though it's a free site. Okay, so back off. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, you morons. Thank you. I feel so much better. Thank you for listening. So there's this new app on every platform. It's all over the place. You get on your phone, you get on your laptop, this, that. It's called Reface. And I'm going completely berserko with it. And, it takes scenes. You can, type something in, like when you're typing in for a GIF, and then pick out a picture of yourself or somebody in your family or whoever you want, and hit a button, and it takes the music star, movie star, TV star, whoever the hell it is, politician, and puts your face on it. And I'm telling you, I am having a blast. Everybody's laughing their ass off, which is nice. That's why I do it. But they're also saying, all right, you're getting a little ridiculous with this now. You're out of control. But no, if you haven't done it, just go Reface, get on it, and send it out to everybody, your friends and family, and get more people laughing and smiling every day. Even when the pandemic is over, which should be soon. Maybe you heard it here first. So all right, I've been avoiding it. But so let me do it now. Speaking of, you know what? Let's throw another song in. That's what we'll do. Before we get to my big rant, because with this COVID thing and what's going on and what they're telling people and the fear mongers, I call them, and the panic pushers, they're stepping it up into full gear now, boy. But before we get to that, I started to play this yesterday, and I said, all right, you know what, we'll do it live. So, a lot of people like this song. My parody of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Paulie the Big-Nosed Goomba, is closing in on 3 million views. 3 million views. And menopause, here comes menopause. That's about 1.5 million. Frankie got run over by a caddy instead of Grandma got run over by a reindeer is just a little under 1 million views. So, thank you to everybody out there that just keeps playing it and sharing it and laughing along with me. But Dominic the Donkey is also up around 1 million views. And I didn't change that. I just sang the song. I cannot believe how many people like this song. I've never liked it. I still don't like it, but here it is, as I sing it live. Ridiculous. Hey, ching-a-da-ching, it's Dominic the Donkey, ching-a-da-ching, the Italian Christmas donkey, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic, the cutest little donkey, you never see him kick. When Santa visits his paisans, with Dominic he'll be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, ching-a-da-ching, it's Dominic the donkey, ching-a-da-ching, the Italian Christmas donkey, la la la. La 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 la, La la la, la 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 la. Jingle bells around his feet, presents on his sleigh. Hey, look at the Mayor's Derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louis and a dress for Josephine. The label on the inside says it's made in Brooklyn. Hey, chickadee-ching. It's Dominic the donkey, chickadee-ching. The Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. Children sing and clap their hands. Dominic starts to dance. He took Italian to him. He even understands. Kumares and kubares do the dance of tide until when Santa Nicola comes to town, he brings the cucharel. Hey, chickadee-ching. Dominic the donkey, chickadee-ching. The Italian Christmas donkey. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. Hey Dominic, buona Natale. What a song. Lucky, did you like it? I guess not. Oh, you did like it. Oh, good dog. What happened? Mommy went to the store, I guess. Thank you. Thank you very much. What a crowd. Let me tell you. I get no respect at all. Hey, in my neighborhood, the sign in the library says, shut the fuck up. Hey, come on now. Anyway, so, all right, so here's the rant with the fearmongers and the panic pushers. I already told you they're already pushing, or talking, not pushing, about doing a holiday lockdown for Christmas and for New Year's. So now they're saying, as we're on the verge of, they're already taking orders, and that's not a lie, that's not a word I made up. They're already taking orders for these vaccines from the hospitals throughout the country. How many you're going to need, and get them out as quick as they can and everything. But understand, this is me saying this, but understand there is three different vaccines, and they're all very, very different. So we don't know which one works better. Are you serious? What? Okay, yeah, there's all kinds of different painkillers. Okay. Now they're saying COVID can go through your nose, which we knew. That's why you're supposed to keep the mask on, which most people don't. But go through your nose and go to your brain and cause problems with your brain. Somebody else is saying once it gets in your body, you know, whether it's through your skin, through your lungs, through your nose, wherever, it goes around the body and stays inside your body and attacks different organs in your body. If you're trying to tell me that after almost a year of supposedly scientists from all over this fucking world have made this a priority, that you hadn't figured that out yet, then close the door. Lock the door, throw away the key, and just, you know, stay in your labs. Play with the monkeys and the mice, whatever, I don't know. You got to be kidding me. So 3 different vaccines, 3 totally different, quote-unquote, vaccines, and we're not sure how they work and why they're so different from each other, but we're going to approve them. Okay, interesting. We also don't know, not my words, how it's going to be distributed. So let's get the ordering done first. Money, money, money. Let's get that done first. And then we'll try to figure out how it should be distributed. Should it go to nurses and doctors and healthcare workers first? And this is of 3 different news agencies. Then to the EMTs. Then we have to decide who gets it first, fire department or police department. And then we have to also figure out people with underlying conditions, people fighting cancer, people with weakened immune systems, people with diabetes and pulmonary problems. I mean, come on. That should have been decided. I can't even tell you how long ago. Why is that a problem now? What do you need to have another step? Just putting it off and putting it off until a decision is made with the Electoral College and who's going to be in office and who's not going to be in office. And then, so let's get the orders in first, though. That's important. And then we'll worry about all the other shit like saving lives afterwards. So say what you want. Trump did this and Trump did that. You people are disgusting. You really are. Okay? There you go. 3 different vaccines. You got to be kidding me. And came out today, very small little blurb. I didn't even see it in the papers. Looks like there'll be no stimulus check until sometime in the spring. Is that right? Is that right? To try to boost the economy for the holidays coming up and everything else, the Trump organization wanted administration. I keep saying organization. Tried to really push that through to get the checks out even before the election. But then right after, before the voting, and then even right after the voting, he wanted to get them out to everybody, give everybody a little shot in the arm for the holidays. But the politics were played up in there. No, didn't happen. Okay, we'll decide as soon as the election is finalized. Oh, okay. Games with our lives. Yeah, I know. They'll come for me soon. Lucky you can't climb out the window. What do you see out there? He's totally up on my couch with 2 feet on the windowsill, checking out the neighborhood. I think that's when Ma takes over. The spirit of Ma comes in, and she goes inside Lucky. Because that's where Ma put the table and her chairs. May she rest in peace. She always loved to do that. Even when we lived in the other house, she always go to the window and look around and see what's going on outside. We used to call her the Gladys Kravitz of the Grosso family. And there's Lucky. He's doing everything but jumping out the window and hanging by his teeth just so we could watch what's going on. He's adorable. Adorable. Yes, and we don't know who's going to get it first or how it's going to be distributed. And so then on Netflix last night, I'm watching a 2-hour special that was on. I didn't know it was there. About the Benet Ramsey case. And do you realize that she would have been 30 years old this year? That cute little girl that her parents put her to and dressed her up like friggin' Marilyn Monroe, for Christ's sake. I'm not saying she'd have a normal life, because I don't know, so I wouldn't go that far. But I don't think they should have gone as far as they did that way. There's a lot of work involved in that, and the mothers, more than the fathers, really can get wrapped up in that whole thing, especially when you start winning, which she did. But so she would have been 30 years old today, and there's still no answers. And once, God, I can't remember her first name now, imagine that. But Mrs. Ramsey passed away from cancer in 2006. The investigation pretty much died after that anyway, because everybody was convinced that she had something to do with it. And they made a movie about it, which I didn't know, which was on TV. And it explains it in more detail. But, I mean, there was a lot of mistakes made, a lot of stupidity made, but it seemed to be a lot of lying going on. And there was evidence that she wasn't sleeping the whole night. Oh, hear him? Yeah, now he wants to talk. What's the matter, boy? What's the matter? What happened? Timmy got stuck in a well? What? But she get what? Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for that, by the way. But check it out. It is unbelievable. See, I told you it was my mother. As soon as I said John Benet Ramsey, because my mother cried. See? Can I help you with something? Wow. Wow, really? Man, that is an amazing story. Let's see if we did it. I don't want to do it again. But anyway, so check out John Benet Ramsey and see what happened. This is my mother cried for days and upon weeks after that. Couldn't even watch any of the news broadcasts on it because it was so sad. And you can't say and you can't convict, which they still do anyway, but on how somebody handled a tragedy. Oh, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. No. You know what you're not supposed to do? You're not supposed to make your official opinions on that, and jurors do it too, based on how you handled yourself, because you don't know how you're going to handle yourself at times of some really unbelievable tragedy that hits, But she did things, and she lied about things, and she was caught in many, many lies. And that John Benet slept through the whole night. And then you see that, oh, wait, what's that? It's a bowl of cereal with pineapples in it. Well, who ate that? And they find out, oh, John Benet Ramsey liked putting pineapples and all kinds of fruit in the cereal. Well, when did that happen? You came home, you tell the cops you searched the house 3 or 4 times, everywhere, up and down, upstairs, downstairs, and everything else. Then the cops get there, and after 6 hours have gone by, they say, well, let's start from the beginning, because this whole crime scene is a complete joke. John Ramsey goes downstairs and finds the body under a couple of blankets, and she's tied up, but the cord is tied around the outside of the sweater that was on her. She don't sleep in a sweater. Why she got a sweater on? Supposedly she was in bed out for the night, but they tied it around there, and I was just to watch it again with crime scene photos and everything else, really open your eyes to 30. She would have been 30 years old, and there's not even close to an answer yet. That's very sad. And as they're very good at pointing out through the whole documentary, everybody, the media, the world, was more concerned with what I just said before about dressing her up the way she did and making her go through that grueling pace of contest after contest after contest. Nobody really remembered the fact or paid attention to the fact that a 6-year-old girl was murdered in her own house. If you don't think the parents did it, there should have been a sweep across Boulder. Everywhere, because that means whoever did it is still out there. So, make your own decisions about it. But I had to bring that up because I just couldn't believe, we get locked up in our own lives, and there are so many other heinous things that flood the airwaves. And 30 years ago, she would have been 30 years, 26 years ago. My goodness gracious. Anyway, so that's the story, and I don't know if I made a second. I don't know if I made a second song to go out with tonight. No, so that's it. We're going to have to end it here. We did Dominic and we did Rudolph. That's good enough, don't you think? But before that...
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual play dates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying 6 feet away from others to protect everyone in America land. Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
And there you go. So everybody have a good rest of the day, Tuesday, December 1st, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not Thursday. I'm going to be in and out of doctors all day Thursday, and then Friday I'll be on my way. Or was it Thursday? I got to look it up. I'm going to Florida Thursday or Friday. I can't remember which one it is now. But got to get it ready. And I'll be doing my stuff from down there. And like I said, 75 degrees I can take. If it gets up to 80, a straight 80, that would be perfect. You hear Tino? Now you hear Tino, right? I'm like friggin' Dr. Doolittle over here. So don't forget, help everybody, help the homeless, the shut-ins, the needy, the disabled, unemployed, everybody that needs a hand, give them a finger. Not the finger, give them a finger if you can't give them the whole hand. All right, I love you all. Thank you very much. Share, talk about it. Let's get this podcast banging all over the world, and the website too, www.thesongfather1word.com. Ciao.